For me, it's about how can you approach a story that means a lot to you from a different perspective so that people can experience things that starts a conversation. That to me is part of my journey as a writer.
Name?
Kayla.
Name?
Dre.
Good. Tell me something you regret.
Hi, I'm Janine Nabers. I'm the co-creator of Swarm, and this is how I did it. At some point I was like really craving a black boss. That was Atlanta. Donald was my first black boss, and it really kind of cracked a world open for me because I had never really felt that comfortable in a room. It just really changed my life in a lot of ways.
Folks call me Tonk. What y'all doing out here? It's dangerous. Good thing I got off my shift. Who car this is?
Mine is my car.
When we approached the idea of Swarm, it was really about how can we, as Black people, tell a story from a Black woman's perspective that gives it that cinematic lens.
I've been doing her mom's makeup for the past couple of months. Yeah. And it's amazing.
There aren't a lot of Black villains within the Black lens of TV. She is someone that draws you in, but also pushes you away.
Who's your favorite artist? You're a killer bee.
Her relationship with food, her relationship with sex. You just don't know what to expect with this person. You don't know who she's gonna become, but you're riveted.
You got a spare in the trunk.
No! Damn, you got a dead body in there or something?
Who is your favorite artist?
I knew, Donald knew, we just had one shot. This is a limited series. We literally sold this serial killer idea to a bunch of white people at Amazon. I wanted an all-Black writer's room. I wanted more Black female writers than male writers, which we did. But at the end of the day, this is about a Black woman and her sister and the journey that she goes on to get to the person that means the most to her, which is this superstar. I really wanted to be a professional track runner. I had an injury. I was obsessed with Jackie Joyner-Kersee. I remember writing her and just telling her that she was my idol. And a few months later, she found my number and she called me and she said, I know you want to be an athlete, I know you want to run track, but because your letter was written really well, I think you're a really good writer. If athletics doesn't work out for you, you should consider writing. I remember telling my parents, I don't want to run anymore, I want to study theater. I went to New York. Marty Noxon came along and read one of my plays and hired me for Girlfriend's Guide to Divorce. Marty was really proactive in being like, look, if you're gonna be a writer, you have to learn how to edit. You have to learn what a set is like. And so that was like a really big lesson for me as someone transitioning into TV. There's this thing that happens when you get to Hollywood. At some point, you know, it was a little exhausting in the sense that you're the only Black person in a room. And so you're then being called upon to kind of give this universal example of how a Black person would respond in this situation. And that is the reality of being a Black woman in this industry. You just don't know who's gonna look at you and just diminish you because of the color of your skin. That's a battle I will have to fight my entire life. I said to my reps when I started making TV I was like, look, obviously I'm a Black woman. Obviously you've read my plays. You know that I'm gonna be writing about a Black female experience, but I don't wanna be put in a box.
But you barely know him.
So what, you giving me relationship advice now?
But he's not good for you.
Okay, Dre, I'm legit over this.
Over what?
Every guy I bring around you have a hard time with. Every single one.
Because they're awful, they're all dumb.
Someone who's white might hear diversity, they think, oh, diversity, Black, okay, great. But like there's diversity within Blackness. Black people can tell stories within Blackness that can elevate or change your worldview or change your idea of Blackness. Social change for me as a writer, it's really about the way you pay it forward. I'm committed to hiring Black people. I'm committed to hiring Black women. I had so many people open doors for me as a writer. I want to pay that forward.